What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome everybody. Welcome to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle, your host and your body tour guide. Today we kind of have a fun topic, and I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. You know, when I was planning the shows with my producer Christine, every time we're together, we giggle and we laugh, and we just have a good time. And my body always feels better after a good giggle session. And so this is kind of how we came up with this topic of, can you literally laugh your ass off? Because, you've heard that expression, what is it, LMAO, laughing my ass off. This is just, these letters for an acronym now. And it's like, what if that was actually more real and true than we've given it credit for previously, okay? Because I don't know about you, but have you ever had those days where you wake up and just kind of grumble through the day? You're like, oh, I woke up and the water's not hot enough. It's a shower and bad hair day, or whatever it is. You just keep going throughout the day, and you're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? It's such a bad day. Oh my gosh, you know what? And the sun is just too bright. Oh, it's too bright. The sun is too bright this morning, which I'm currently in Dublin, and everybody keeps telling me, oh my gosh, it's so bright. It's so awesome. We never have this many sunny days. So as I'm enjoying the sunny day, it makes me laugh. The people go, oh, it's too sunny. It's just too sunny today. And I also have friends of mine right now who are in Arizona, and it's 118. Sunny, hot, that kind of stuff. Talk about things the body does not like. My body does not like 118 degrees. And I know this because I lived part of my life in Arizona, and I remember one summer it was 122 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just like, I don't know, insane Celsius also. And I had a car with no air conditioning. It was torture. And you know how they say, oh, well, at least it's a dry heat. It's like, well, true. So instead of a steamer, like with humidity, it feels like an oven because it's so freaking hot. Like when you open the oven after you're cooking something, you get that first blast of just, makes your eyelashes curl and your eyes water. Yeah, that's just what the air is like in Arizona during the summer. Anyway, so we go through the day. We start the day with like those grumblings. And the sun's too bright, the water's not warm enough, or the traffic's bad. How does when you go through a day like that, how does your body actually feel at the end of it? Does your body go, woohoo, I was so excited, it was an amazing day, I feel space and expansive, and let's run around the lake and have a good time? Or is your body also kind of dragging ass, At the end of a day like that, when you're like all day long, you tend to just want to sit on the couch and, oh, my body feels so heavy. Like, maybe I should go to the gym. No, I can't go to the gym. I'm just so tired, right? It's like, oh, but I want to get healthy, or I want to lose weight, or I want to do something, but it's it's just too much effort. My body's tired. Does this sound like anybody I know? We've all had those days. So what if it's more about our point of view is actually creating the not change in our bodies, that we say we're asking for this change, getting rid of disease, getting rid of weight, or whatever it is, and yet we sit there all day going, this day, can I just restart this day? Can it just be over again? So really begin to look at how this is impacting your body, maybe we should call this show, Are You Dragging Ass or Laughing Ass? Sorry. I amuse myself all the time, all right? If you guys are ever in a workshop with me, one of the Right Body For You workshops, we laugh, we have a good time, and, and I've had a lot of people thank me for this, which is where this conversation and this topic actually comes up, is because, hey, I've had people very emotional in my workshops, and they cry, and I let them cry because their body's releasing, their body's processing whatever it is. But I also tend to be a little bit sarcastic and laugh. And, that's one of the things I hear most in feedback from my workshops is that they had a good time, that they, sorry, my producer Christine is on the chat room. We're pre-recording because I'm in India. Oh, I will be in India when this is airing. I'm going to do a Right Body For You workshop in India, and that'll be fun. But so when I said I was a little sarcastic, she goes, "Pardon me, a little." I know, just a little bit. I know, and if you guys have heard, I don't know, maybe even like 10 minutes of one of my shows, you've heard me be sarcastic. But so this is what I hear most about feedback from my workshops, is that they're fun. It's a lightness, and they just feel better at the end. And I know a lot of this is because the laughter is actually helping to shift and change your body, the energy around it, and the seriousness of it. Whenever things start to go wrong, or what this reality would call wrong, it's like, this goes wrong, this goes, I was trying to think of an example. It was fairly recently when, I think it was with travel. I was trying to get somewhere, or I was trying to make a plane reservation, and I kept getting stopped at every moment. And it was really funny because eventually I just started laughing. And the person I was coordinating this with, they're like, "This isn't funny, we have to get this done." I'm like, "Oh, come on." It reaches a point where you just have to laugh at it. And it's like, "Well, no, this is serious." I'm like, I get that we need to get it done. And what if you could actually laugh at these moments? Because for me, whenever I laugh at these moments or find the humor in it, it's like, wow, how many more ways could this go wrong? But by the way, just FYI, Right Body For You is based on the Access Consciousness tools. And the Access Consciousness tools is all about asking questions and being in the question and always asking what else is possible. And, I've talked in other shows about making sure you're asking questions, not a conclusion with the question mark at the end. So what I just sarcastically said, how many more ways can this go wrong? It is a question, but let's not actually ask that, because the universe would go, "Oh, you want more ways of this going wrong? Sure. Here you go. Here's more ways of it going wrong." So, it's like when you are asking questions, please be aware of exactly what you're asking for. It's like, how many more ways could this go wrong? And you've heard people say this, right? How many more ways could this go wrong? How could this be even worse? It's like, ooh, boom, here's more ways and here's more worse. So everything that brings up, everywhere you've gone, ooh, you know what? I've done that once or twice. Hey, you may have even done that today. What if there's a different question you could ask? So I think that is, would you be willing to destroy it and grade it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, nice shirts, boys, and beyond. Cool, and that's an example of Access Consciousness verbal processing. And if you want to learn more about that, go to theclearingstatement.com. And it's a great website that explains all about it and shifts the energy. And the great thing is you don't even have to know what it means for it to work. All you have to do is go, yeah, that doesn't work. I'm going to ask a different question next time. Okay, cool. So back to this. If you could find humor in the situation, because even if you've done something like, oh my gosh, I ask that all the time, how could it get worse than this? And you know what? It does get worse. Instead of that self-flagellation, I know some of us like self-flagellation, self-spanking and stuff, but you know, that's a whole other topic, okay? Self-spanking, other topic. But, you know, it's that self-flagellation, the seriousness, like, oh, I'm such an idiot, I can't believe I do that all the time. Or what if you could find the humor in these situations, okay? It actually helps to shift the energy. Whenever I am in a situation like this where things just seem to be going crazy and I can't seem to find my way for whatever reason, I ask the simple, I stop and I will literally go, wow, this is hilarious. This is absolutely freaking hilarious. And when I do that, when I realize the humor in the situation, and not like humor, you know, like that maniacal laughter where they're going to come get you with the men in white coats in the van and the straitjacket come get you hysterical laughter, but just the like, wow, how amazing am I that I can create this much crap that fast? Wow, that's quite a potency. Okay, and so whenever I do that, whenever I'm like, wow, this is amazing, and I actually just find the humor in it, I'm able to go, dang, that's funny. Everything begins to shift and change, okay? Because when you're doing with the laughter, what you're actually doing is you're helping things expand. You're not only, okay, so you're also taking away the seriousness of it. And when something is serious, you become focused, and the energy slows, and it becomes solid, okay? And the more things are solid, the less things are able to actually change, okay? And so when you're doing the laughter aspect of it, what it does is it actually helps the energy to expand. It actually helps it to shift and change so that it doesn't become solid, okay? So it's like seriousness, a little hard bowling ball. Laughter is something as big as the earth, you know, just able to go, oh, boo, 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 boo. And things can change, and you have space, and you have clouds, and, you know, all kind of fun stuff, right? It doesn't have that denseness to it. So why am I talking about this on a body show, okay? Besides the fact that, oh, it may be your body that's laughing, the actual physical laughter of it, after you've had a good laugh session, how does your body feel? You know, you've had those times where you sit there and you chuckle with a friend and like, and are you walking away? Does your body feel better or does your body feel worse? Okay, we're going to take a quick little break. Look at that through the break, and it's just like, does your body feel better or does your body feel worse? Okay, and when we come back, we'll talk more about laughter. What if it really is the best medicine? This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You, and we're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're far greater than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if it's time to know the gift and the contribution you are to the world and to like yourself a lot more? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. Asking questions opens doors to infinite possibilities. And it's not about finding the answer, it's about being the question. Always. What I'm inviting you to step into is something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Gandhi, Picasso, and Aristotle all knew to be true. What if no question is too big or too small? What if anything is possible for you? What if together we could create a kinder, gentler, happier world? Is now the time? Go to beingyouclass.com and sign up for a free video series, My Gift to You. beingyouclass.com. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
Check out the new ringtones from Access Consciousness.
What is it possible? What is it possible? Smoking hot. Smoking hot.
And everyone's favorite,
Take a pass. Take a pass.
download the latest and hottest accessory. Go to accessconsciousness.com/ringtones for all the details on how to download to your iPhone today.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle. I laugh because sometimes I do forget my own name. I have to admit it. I am Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. And today we're talking about laughter. And as much as I would love to hear all of your guys' laughter with me, I am doing a pre-record. I will actually, when this airs, I will actually be on my way to India to do a Right Body for You workshop. So I will be on the plane. And, you know, sometimes we don't have the best internet connection, but I really felt the internet connection on a plane would be really stretching it. So producer and I decided, hey, let's pre-record this show so we can make sure to have something for you guys, okay? And, you know, I did want to talk about it a second with the Right Body for You workshops. You know, I would really like to invite you to you and your body, to some of the Right Body for You workshops I get to do all over the world. It's so amazing. I have so much fun with it. You know, if you've enjoyed the shows at all, trust me, you'll enjoy the class. Because as today we're talking about laughter and stuff, you're just hearing my tone and my sarcasm. Wait till you see the physical things that go with it. I've been told my face is very expressive in class, and I make faces and jokes, and we move around, and we have a good time. And I don't mean like move around like we don't get up and do exercise and that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. But we do run body processes, and the bodies are involved in the Right Body for You workshops. We do this where we are. I don't know if you guys can hear that feedback or if it's just me. I actually help you with the communication with your body. We do some activities where I start to walk you through that so you can begin to recognize what communication with your body is for you. You know, not what somebody else thinks it should look like, what you think it should look like, but what it actually looks like for you. And then we also do conscious eating, your bodies and money, bodies and money. You heard me right. Bodies in the earth, bodies, words and languaging you're using to create your body. Bodies and sex, if that comes up. You know, it's really, I really have a good time with it, and so I'd like to invite you in to that. And my producer, who is here in the chat room with me, she's like, yes, she goes, live is crazy, we have a good time. We like to laugh. which I will admit, one of the greatest compliments. She asked, when does bodies and sex not come up? Good point, but we don't want to scare them away, Christine. They might not want to talk about sex, so we can't tell them that it usually comes up every time. I don't know, for some reason, bodies, sex comes up. Who knows? It may be like it's something that the bodies like to do. I don't know. It's crazy out there in the world. I'm just telling you. But one of the greatest compliments I have received is actually during the commercial break, you heard a commercial from Dr. Dane here, who is the co-creator of Access Consciousness. And I did an evening class at one of his big 3-day workshops one time. He did a Being You workshop in Florida, and I was doing an evening class. And so I got up there and I, said, hey, please come to my class and that kind of stuff. And then Dane talked about it a little bit afterwards, and he said, oh, yeah, she's really aware. She help you with your communicate with your body and, really begin to help you shift and change things. And then he pauses. He goes, she's freaking hilarious. She goes, which he is known for his sense of humor. And so he's like, she's freaking hilarious. You guys, if nothing else, you'll laugh and have a good time. Okay, so it's one of the greatest compliments I got. And also, you want to look at that. It's like, why would a man like Dr. Dane here say, she's freaking hilarious? Why would he say that as an invitation to the classes? Might not laughter be truly one of the best medicine? Okay, so before the break, I asked you, when you have a good belly laugh, or not even necessarily belly laugh, but like at least if you smile and, you kind of chuckle with a friend or at something or whatever, how does your body feel afterwards? Does it feel better? Does it feel worse? Does it feel like you can actually physically move? Or does it feel like you want to go sit in the corner and rock, or sit on the couch and turn into stone? So how is that for you? Okay. And, and I've asked this question in class, and I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better after laughing. Right. And your body feels better. You, the infinite being, feels better, and your body feels better. And how amazing is that? Okay. And so, one time I was at Access people tend to like to laugh. And it really comes from that we start to take the seriousness out of everything. Okay. The things are so serious, bodies are serious. We've even had people like, oh yes, I had cancer, and kind of start chuckling because it's like, wow, what an amazing creation. So it's like, what if you could take the most serious subject and be able to shift and change that with the laughter? Okay? Now, so do this with me, you guys. Get the energy, and you don't have to, when I ask you guys to perceive the energy and get the energy, it's not I have to do this right. I have to see something. It's not that. It's really easy. Just ask for it, and you'll get it. Okay? One of the truths of the Bible, my friends, ask and you shall receive. Okay? So right now, do this with me. Ask for the energy. Get the energy of serious. Okay? And be with that for a minute. Serious. How does your body feel? Okay? How does your body feel? Does it feel light? Does it, I don't know about you, but I'm even having a hard time speaking when I'm like, energy of serious. It's like, And what's interesting is right now things kind of seem to be becoming still in the room. And not like still like you can perceive things, but still like in solid. And Christine hadn't stopped. Yeah, things kind of feel like they've stopped. And I actually feel like a weight on my chest. I feel like literally just sitting back and just kind of sinking into the chair. Okay? So how is this for you guys? Okay? Now, right now, get the energy of fun and laughter. Remember that last time you were in a good movie or with a friend or whatever it was. Get that energy of laughter. Okay? I swear if you want me to, I'll start giggling so you can get that too, because you know what? I can giggle on a dime. I swear to goodness. I will get Christine on here with me, and we will giggle, because one thing we are known for is giggling, okay? So you guys get that. All right, so get the energy of laughter. How is that for you and your body? Okay? Literally, the room even got brighter that I'm in. How interesting is that? The room got brighter. I actually sat up straight. And again, I'm in front of the mirror, so I can literally see that I've sat up straight. And everything seems to be moving again, and more things are possible. Sorry, Christine. She said, among other things, sarcasm, sexy as hell, and boobs. There you go. There's me in a nutshell. All right. So, and what's interesting is energy tends to attract like energy. Okay, and so it's like when we're being serious, that's that. This is the way the day is, and the rest of the day is going to be this way too. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, but when I'm the energy of light and laughter, I mean, you can even hear the difference in my voice, and I'm not doing that intentionally. I'm just being with that energy. It's like, okay, serious. Wow. This is what we need to be. This is how, and, this is what this reality teaches us, is we need to be serious about everything. Life is not a game, right? Pod pock that. All right, so what about fun, light, laughter? Just listen to the different inflection in my voice. And, I haven't even really looked at it this way, but as I'm hearing me in my head, and the headphones I'm wearing, which the joy of doing radio is you get to hear yourself as you're talking. That's kind of fun. It took me a while to get used to that when I first started doing radio, 8 years ago or whatever. And now it feels weird if I don't hear myself. But so as I'm doing this, I actually hear the difference in the inflection in my voice, the lightness of it. And so it's like, what else is going on for the body in that laughter versus serious mode, okay? So everything that brings up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, upon, nice, worse, boys, and beyond. And like begets like, right? So if you're serious, what energy are you going to start pulling into your universe? Bingo. You're not going to be pulling the happy dance possibilities. You're going to be going, oh, yes. You know what? Yesterday was crap. Today is going to be crap. It's that, well, I had a horrible lunch. I'm sure dinner's going to be bad too. Well, yeah. What are you asking for? Okay? But for me, every time, have you ever done that where you're in that just giddy mode and everything is funny? Everything is funny. Somebody just looks at you and you lose it. And we do this in class quite often. It's just like, we don't know what's going on. But everything becomes humor because that energy starts to shift and change and go out, okay? And again, as you're doing this with your body, for me, it feels like I can breathe again, okay? And so back to the bodies. Well, it's always about bodies. When you're doing the light laughter, do you perceive more possibility with your body or less possibility with your body? When you have the humor of the situation, when you can laugh, do you actually perceive that change is possible? Or are you going, nothing will ever change? I can't even really say that with a laughter tone. So it's like, what is actually possible with our body and the changing of our bodies? What's it called? Title. The title of the show is, can you literally laugh your ass off? Okay? So what is actually possible when you work with your body from humor in it? And, we're going to take a quick little break. And when we come back, I want to talk more about humor versus the judgment and mockery and bullying. Okay? Because finding humor in the situation is not something the same as laughing at it, because you can actually laugh at it cruelly. Okay, so when we come back, let's talk a little bit about that. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You, your Um, wow, you know what? It's a good thing I don't talk for a living, right? I used to be linear. That is so gone out the window. All right, this is Right Body for You. This is Donnielle. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we will be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
When you're pondering the big questions like, is there more than this? How can I have a happy relationship? What would it take to like my body? And how do I make more money? Where do you go for information and tools? Check out the online store at accessconsciousness.com. Accessconsciousness.com has books, DVDs, instant video and audio downloads, online classes, and so much more. Subjects include abuse, changing your body, recovery, raising children, business techniques, tools to generate more money, how to have better sex and healthier relationships, just to name a few. At accessconsciousness.com, you can also find facilitators who teach local classes on a variety of subjects. Accessconsciousness.com, your one-stop shop for tools to assist you in changing your life. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Go to accessconsciousness.com to learn more.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
Donnielle, are you there with us? Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Welcome back
This
to
was
our
me
show.
going on. Yes, thank you. This was me going on mute, but I was hilarious a second ago. You guys should have heard me. I was talking, and apparently no one could hear me. The voices in my head could hear me. Christine could hear me somewhere. I thought she was saying hello because she said hello on the chat room. And you know, and this is the kind of stuff, you guys, I'm talking about, not taking it seriously. And like, you know, before the break I was saying that there's a difference between laughing with it or mocking it, you know. So it's like, just then, you know, I went on mute for a second because I'm live during the commercial breaks, and I was typing. And Christine has trained me properly that I'm live during a commercial break, and if I'm typing, you guys can hear it. So what do? I mute myself. Okay. I forgot to unmute myself. So the seriousness of it is like, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I really need to make sure and do that because, you know what, how bad does that look on air to have dead air or, you know, to have Christine come on and like start talking or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. And that's the serious, that's the mocking. Even if you go, wow, I'm such an idiot. Oh, you know, if it has that energy, if it makes your universe contract, you're mocking yourself, okay? Laughing at yourself with yourself is just like, wow, that was awesome, okay? And for me, my body actually has physical differences with that because I used to do that mockery, that that I was bad for this kind of stuff. My body would sweat. I would get nervous. My body would actually physically tighten. and my voice would begin to warble, like, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. And now I'm just like, oh cool, look what I just did. How talented am I? And the brilliant Christine just got another show topic from it. So, what's right about this? But if you have that seriousness, it's like, oh, and my body responds to that. So that's, that's a little bit the difference of like bullying and laughing with being able to find the humor in it. It's like, hey, cool, yeah, I forgot to do it, no big deal. And here's the other interesting thing about this ability to laugh. If you don't have the seriousness of it, it tends to go away. I mean, granted, right now, I'm going on and on and on and on about not unmuting myself because, hey, I'm making a point. If it was just a show not about laughter, if it didn't happen to work perfectly into the show, thank you, universe, I would have been like, oh yeah, ha ha ha, and moved on. Not many of you would actually have ever remembered that I forgot to unmute myself, okay? And that's that not taking it serious, because if you don't take it serious, other people don't either, okay? Because if you're not it's like, for me, it's like putting a thumbtack in a point in time. Boop, that's when I was an idiot. And you know what? Other people pick up on those thumbtacks that we put on those points of time. And this affects our body massively, okay? So when I'd ask, what if you could literally laugh your ass off? What if you really could? I mean, wouldn't that be fantastic? What if you could literally walk into a friend's house and then walk out with your butt smaller simply because, even though you were sitting on it, simply because you guys are having a good time? Wouldn't that be cool? And who says that's not possible? Okay? Because what if the solidity, the pain, suffering, and disease of our body is just the seriousness that it be? Okay? I've through various experiences in my life, I've had, I've taken care of my grandparents and my mother and that kind of stuff. I've had hospice come in. And what's really neat, hospice is in the United States, I'm not sure about the other countries, where people, as they are dying, basically, they're like the last 6 months of their life, they will have nurses come in and that kind of stuff. And they're starting to shift and change that. They'll actually have puppies come in and things like that into terminal wards or hospice, just to get that fun and laughter into it, okay? So, it's been a joke, and even it's almost been a self-effacing joke of like, laughter is the best medicine, like, oh yeah, haha, take 2 funnies and call me in the morning or whatever. But it's like that Robin Williams movie, Patch Adams, where the doctor was actually playing with people and having a good time and making them laugh. And it's like, and how quicker did his patients actually heal? Okay? And everywhere you think healing is only getting rid of the disease, because sometimes healing, what if healing can actually be letting go into the next life as well? Okay? And whoa, everything that brought up. Ooh, can't talk about death on a show about laughter. That would just be wrong. So everything that brings up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, apocalypse, night shores, boys, and beyond. Christine had a great question. She's like, what if you made so serious about not laughing? Okay. I can't remember if I said this, but it's like, in access classes, we tend to have a good time, and people have gotten mad at us for laughing at a restaurant. But one time I was in this restaurant with 3 other access people, and we had the best time. We were laughing, we were joking. We actually had somebody come up afterwards and say, you know what, thank you for being the light, the laughter. He said it was so fun to watch you guys laugh and have a good time. And we're like, oh, thank you, that's really sweet. And it's like, but that's only been once. And so it's like, and Christine put in here, she said when she went to her first access event, she started to get pissed at all the laughter. She said, I now know that I really didn't know what it was to let go and enjoy the energy of laughter. Okay? And this is kind of what I'm talking about, that's where we made you so serious about laughter. Because, change is a serious thing. Change is something that we are supposed to hunker down, get through it, make it happen. Well, what if you could get it with the lightness? Not just with your body, but also with your life. Okay? And people are like, I know, but you don't get it. This was a serious thing that was going on, and I couldn't find the laughter in this because this is serious. I was in the hospital or something like that, or I was in a car wreck, or this is whatever. And it's like, and I will tell you, when my mom died, I wasn't laughing. But since then, what actually helps me mourn is that, and move on, is the ability to remember the fun times, the times that we laughed together. And now when I get a memory of her, something comes up, instead of sitting there going, oh, she's gone, I'm so sad, I will actually laugh and go, oh yeah, I remember that. That was freaking hilarious. And what's funny is sometimes I can even still have tears and I'm laughing. So everywhere we think laughing and tears are two separate events, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, black, on ice, boys beyond. Because honestly, how many of you have laughed till you cried? I have. More than once, all the time. Laugh until I cried. So what if it's kind of puts a whole different spin on laughing too? Crying. What if crying is one of your body's best ways to process? Okay. So, and I talked about being in the hospital because sometimes I can talk and type, sometimes I can't. All right. So I'm asking Christine to come on unmute herself, because energetically we're all aware of her anyways. But,
sorry.
I mean, honestly. Because, and it's so funny, Christine, every time I know I'm not close enough to the mic, I literally hear you go, are you close enough to your mic? I'm like, okay, I get it. So energetically we're all aware of her anyways. So I asked her to come on because it's like, I've heard people go, when I talk about laughter, they're like, you don't get it, I was in the hospital, it was serious. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, here. Christine was the one that was with me when I went through my whole appendicitis thing. And I know it was, quote unquote, serious, and it was in the hospital. I ended up having surgery. But I actually had a good time. I mean, it was funny. We freaking laughed.
Guys, she's not lying. And I was there. It was the most amazing thing because, Donnielle, do you recall that the day before all of this occurred, you were talking, you said to me, things aren't that serious to me. It's just ease. I just don't do those things. Everything just with ease. And I looked at you and you probably read my mind. I went, what the hell is she talking about? And I'm like, okay. You know how you do that, guys? You just go, okay, whatever. And I was basically doing that. And then thank you for the live and in-person example, Donnielle. Because
anything for you, Christine. Anything for you.
Thank you. And it's not necessary to actually go through all of that the next time, Donnielle. I will believe you, I promise.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But to be with you and to experience the ease at which you moved through something that was, a significant change in your body, but the laughter in it, the change that laughter contributed to with ease was amazing. And I've been with people in the hospital who literally are dying and died in front of me, and to, some pretty amazing, intense situations. And, I was a little off my rocker. You and I didn't know each other that well then. And I'm like, oh my God, nobody's ever going to come to Toronto again. They're going to think I do this to people. I made it all about me. But I was just like, oh my God, like Gary Douglas is going to come after me or something.
And I don't even remember, you actually said that too. You're like, you can't die, Gary will kill me.
Oh. Did I?
Yes. And what did I do? I laughed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and I'm like, okay, this is not really that funny.
But and I can tell you, because like there was a time when we were between some drugged up racist dude, and on the other side was a chick who was on her second enema trying to go poop, right? And so it's like we found this humor in the situation and we laughed. And you know what? I know that laughter actually contributed to the ease of my body during the surgery and after the surgery and everything, because my body wasn't tense and like, ah! My body was like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. I mean, you know,
yeah.
Who laughs before going into a surgery in a different country?
And when the nurses would come and the doctor would come around us, we were changing their realities with our laughter, because it was pretty intense in that hospital. And how much did that woman not need to have a third enema because we were creating all that laughter? We are your live enema.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it was just so friggin' funny. We literally moved further away from the curtain because we were afraid she was going to like explode. like literally have crap flying. And this is like, you can only imagine the two of us in this room, because the drugged racist next door screaming obscenities, and we're just laughing going, well, that's dang funny. But we would have nurses just come and be with us and stuff, because it made their bodies ease also. And can you imagine the crap they get daily? So it's like, thank you for just being here. You know, even when my mom was dying, the nurses were supposed to let us in 24/7, and they allowed us to stay. Me and my two sisters allowed us to stay because they had a good time with us. They're like, you guys are different. We're like, yeah. But, you know, that's also my mom, bless her heart. I got my sense of humor from my mother. I got my sarcasm from my mother. Dear heavens. Right? But, yeah, but it's like, and I mean, yeah, the body was different, but, like, how was having that light energy with the situation? How did that, Christine, you know, like, how was that for you being
well,
well,
there was a lot. I'm not sure if all the listeners realize that you're laying in front of me. We've got Gary, and we've got a lot of different people chiming in to find out how you are. And at the same time, I'm very aware of this class that I'm supposed to be at and hosting, and all of this that's going on. And
my class that I was supposed to be teaching, yes.
Right, the one that you were supposed to be teaching. And Donnielle is literally like getting a little bit of morphine, and she's dictating to me, and I'm writing all this stuff out, and I'm like, oh my God, nobody's going to believe this. And you know, so my universe was kind of like being pulled into 16 different directions. Talk about learning on the fly how to really go with ease. And that laughter just allowed me to just relax and to move with the changes. And I am forever changed since experiencing that with you, because when things occur, as they always do, especially with live radio, I no longer go into like, oh my God, and you know, trying to always make things right so I'm not judged or things don't get screwed up or I don't get blamed or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, so what else is possible? And it really does make such an immense difference when we allow that laughter into our bodies. Our bodies don't have to hold on to anything that we're perceiving, even by anyone else around us.
Amen to that. Yeah. And let me do one disclaimer. We were laughing before the morphine.
Oh, yes, massively. Yes.
It was not, because I heard some people's heads go, oh, morphine, that explains it. No.
No, that was after 6 or 7 hours. That's when that morphine came in.
Yeah. And you know, and this whole time I'm like practically doubled over in pain, and I'm still laughing. I'm still finding sarcasm or the humor in everything. And no, and thank you for saying that, because it really does. It's like I'm actually able to accomplish more. Like Christine said, it's like, you know what, more is possible in my life when I have that laughter, okay? And my body changes more when I have that laughter. My body changes easier when I have that laughter. And my body changes more dynamically when I have that laughter. And you know what? So does my life, because I'm able to go do this, and then have a good time. All right, so here's my prescription. Find something every day to laugh. Shut up. Find something every day to laugh with, okay? You know, and honestly, one of my favorite things is I go onto Facebook, and, you know, sometimes Facebook can be a little weird, but one of my favorite things on Facebook are the Minion quotes. Oh, my gosh. If I ever just need something to laugh at, and just look up Minion quotes in the search on Facebook, and it's just freaking hilarious. I'm like, and always I find something to laugh at. So this is the prescription. Find something to laugh at every day. Find somebody to laugh with, okay? It could be a comic. It could be a favorite movie scene or something like that. Just find the humor every day and just see how that changes your body and changes your life, okay? Thanks, Christine, for hanging on
You're
and
welcome.
telling those stories. And, you know, and I also like to, I always forget this, but I'd like to also invite you guys to a teleseries I'm doing. August 11th, 12th, and 13th, I think it is called Myths About Bodies We Learned as Children. And what if one of the myths is, I don't know, bodies are serious or life is serious and it's not funny? You know? What if it gives you one of those? Because who else was taught as a child? You must be serious and focus. Get serious. You know, you're taught as a kid, it's like, oh, it's funny. It isn't funny. You have to be serious about this. What if it's not? So check it out, DonnielleCarter.accessconsciousness.com, 2 N's, 2 L's. And it's a 3-day teleseries, boom, 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 one right after the other. And we're going to dispel some of those myths like, I don't know, can you drink Coke? Can you have sugar? And what if you really can laugh your ass off? And those of you who are going to laugh your ass off, let me know, please, because that'll be fun. I'd love to see little parts of butt floating around. How awesome would that be? Like, oh, somebody's butt just hit me. Oh, no, that's just a piece of their butt. They were laughing. How cool would that be? And, you know, and if you'd like to do a workshop with me, please check it out. I have the one in India that's coming up this weekend when this airs. Then I have one in Edmonton, and then I have another one in Houston, Texas. Edmonton, Canada, and then Houston, Texas in September. And we're going to have so much fun with that, okay? The one in Houston's shaping up to be a party. Christine will be there. So if nothing else, you guys can watch her and I laugh because, you know, we just have a good time. And then Ed Lale, who is another one of the amazing hosts on on A to Zen.fm. Dear heavens, the three of us get together. Woo! You should have seen us at a Mexican restaurant in Houston last time. All right. So do that, please, you guys. Find something to be laugh about every day. And if you want to learn more, go to Donnielle.com, DONNIELLE.com. If you have any show ideas, you know, Christine and I are always looking at shows and what else is possible with them. Or if you have done some great changes with your body, not just weight, but healing or anything, please let us know. We are constantly looking for what you guys would like to know about. And we get these energetically from you. So please do let us know. You can email me at Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com, DONNIELLE@accessconsciousness.com, and do find something to laugh with every day. See how that makes your body feel, how your life feel. So you guys, make it a great week. Make it a fun week. Make it a laughter-filled week. And you know what? What if life is fun? Have a great one, guys. Be back next week. I will be. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.